After an eventful spending spree in the offseason by the Atlanta Hawks, it was projected by many that this would be the season that they entered their playoff drought, as they hadn't made the playoffs since 2017. They just added offensive reinforcements in Bogi and Gallo to take the load off of Trae Young, and combined with the return of Clint Capela and John Collins not being suspended for 25 games this season, this team was meant to succeed. And after the first 5 games, that kind of appeared to be the case. They were 4-1 in their games and had convincing wins, even a blowout win in Brooklyn. However, injuries to DeAndre Hunter and Bogi, a Trae Young slump, and other factors caused the Hawks to freefall to a 14-20 record through 34 games. And up to that point, the Hawks had 11 games in which they held a fourth quarter lead and lost. As a result, Lloyd Pierce was fired and assistant coach Nate McMillan, known for getting the best out of his players, now assumed the role as interim head coach. And fortunately for the Hawks, McMillan at the helm led to immediate success, with the team winning 8 games in a row and having a 27-11 record under him. Outside of just injuries, one of the main flaws under the brutal stretch under Lloyd Pierce, in which they lost 11 out of their 15 games, was ironically the Hawks' offense being out of sorts, especially trying to integrate the new faces with the returning core of the team. And as you can guess, this obviously was detrimental to the team because offense was supposed to be this team's calling card, especially given the fact that this defense was far from elite, to put it very, very nicely. Moreover, McMillan incorporating more off-ball movement, off-ball screens into the offense helped remedy the issues on offense, which optimized the most out of the offensive threats on the roster. But before we continue, be sure to leave a like on this video, as each like makes a massive difference for this channel. If you end up enjoying this video, then feel free to subscribe to the channel. Under Nate McMillan, Trae Young saw a dip in points per game and field goal attempts per game. However, his field goal percentage, his true shooting percentage, and offensive rating improved in the process. Not only that, pretty much all the core players on this team saw a boost in field goal percentage as well. And remember the problem I mentioned earlier with blowing leads in the fourth quarter? Well, the Hawks won 20 of 22 games when entering the fourth quarter with the lead under the 38 games under Nate McMillan. As relates to the postseason, Nate McMillan's Pacers didn't have a great track record, losing in the first round for 4 consecutive years. But this Hawks team clearly isn't one of any of those Pacers teams, being currently up 3-1 on the New York Knicks. And on a big note, Trae Young is really proving those empty stat chanters wrong, which was pretty dumb of an argument to begin with. He averaged 30 points and 9 assists last year on 60% true shooting, but people didn't want to give him credit because the Hawks were 20-47. However, context matters. If John Collins missed 25 games due to suspension, Clint Capela didn't play for the team at all last season, and your best remaining teammates are Alex Len, a 43-year-old Vince Carter, and a rookie DeAndre Hunter, then that's freaking obvious that you'd be 20-47 as a team. Also, the aforementioned Clint Capela continues to be one of the most underrated players in the league, leading the league in rebounds per game this season, offensive rebounds per game this season, and 3rd in defensive rebounds per game this season. And on top of that, he's 4th in blocks per game, and is one of the major reasons why the Hawks defense has remained above the pits of hell this season. Bogdanovich, as I alluded to earlier, has been a huge pickup for this team as someone in the backcourt with Trae, who can take off the pressure off of him, assume a ball handling duties, and be a great floor spreader. And DeAndre Hunter, John Collins, Gallo, and others have been pivotal for the success of this team as well. If the Hawks do in fact eliminate the Knicks, then I do see them putting up a great fight against Philly. Don't get me wrong, I do see Philly win that series, and I say that confidently, but given how solid the Hawks offense has looked against a stout defense in the Knicks, it's hard not to see that the Hawks could get at least one or a couple of wins in that series. Overall, this Hawks season has definitely been a success. Were they expected to make the playoffs? Yes. But getting the 5th seed and potentially winning a playoff series against an elite defense isn't anything to scoff at. And with that being said, thank you guys for listening. Be sure to smash the like button for more content like this, and feel free to subscribe to the channel. And also, be sure to check the description and the card above to subscribe to my second channel, in which I'm going to be talking about NBA hypotheticals, NBA retrospect, such as would the Cavs have won the 2015 finals if Kyrie and Kevin Love were healthy, Could the 2015 Kentucky team with Devin Booker, Karl Anthony Towns, etc., be the worst NBA team currently, etc., etc.? So if you're interested in stuff like that, be sure to subscribe to that channel, and also, again, feel free to subscribe to this channel. Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned.